Hello, this is Exponents and Radicals, zero and negative exponents, example 1. And example 1 is a negative exponent. These are confusing, and I'll tell you why they get very confusing in a minute. This is the example I remember for negative exponents. X to the negative 2 power is 1 over x to the 2 power. So you make a fraction with a 1 on the top and this in the bottom, but the exponent changes from a negative to a positive. So doing that, I have to make a fraction, 1 on the top, this on the bottom, but the exponent changes to a positive. So this is 1/9. The reason these negative exponents are so very confusing is because they're confusing enough when you work them alone. But you'll see that very shortly we're going to be working a problem that has both negative exponents and positive exponents in it, and you have to do these just very carefully. Alright, 0 exponent. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So it doesn't really matter what's in the parentheses. If it's raised to the 0 power, then that is just 1. So this answer is 1. Now, here we have a negative exponent, and going back to my example here, this is the one that I always think of when I'm thinking of negative exponents. I have to put a 1 in the top, I have to put what I have in the bottom, and the exponent changes to a positive. Okay? So let's see, this is 1/5 times 1/5, which is 1/25 in the bottom. So in the top I still have a 1. Here I have 1 over 25. This is 1 divided by 1 over 25. Now, if you remember from dividing fractions, when you divide fractions, you flip the second one over and multiply. Let me repeat that. When you divide fractions, you leave the first number alone, you change the division to multiplication, and you flip the second one over. So this becomes 1 times 25 over 1. Now 25 over 1 is the same thing as 25, so this simplifies to 25 times 1. 25 times 1 is 25. And I just want to show you on a calculator. If we do 1 divided by 1 fraction key 25, that equals 25. Example D is 0 to the negative 5 power. You know it must be a trick question because it's got a 0 in it. We have to try to work it out and see what we get. I'm going to put a 1 here, the 0 on the bottom, and the negative 5 gets changed to a 5. Well, 0 times itself 5 times is just 0. So this is 1 over 0. And 1 over 0 is infinity. How many zeros are there in 1? There's an infinite number of zeros. But the answer has to be a number, and infinity is not a number. That's why this is said to be undefined. So this is an undefined number. I'm always curious what happens on a calculator when you try this. Every calculator will show you something. 1 divided by 0. math error. See, you can't divide by 0, it's undefined.